Hello, you lovely people. I've got two apologies to make. First of all, I've got an apology because I'm just too ridiculously excited. So I apologise first for being ridiculously excited because I might not make sense. Secondly, the reason, well, I'll tell you the reason why I'm ridiculously excited in a wee second. I'm just doing this at the moment. Secondly, I apologise because I thought I'd put the camera on and I was just about to go and do something and I thought I'd put the camera back off again, and in going to go and do something there we go, what's that? I then got an idea and oh, that's the wrong one. Came back to do the idea, and in coming back to do the idea, I realised that the camera, because I decided I wanted to do this idea first, so I didn't forget it, and in coming back to do the idea, I realised that I hadn't put the camera on for the first time. So I'm really sorry, because I'm overly excited, and that's probably partly why I ended up not putting the camera on, because I'm just too excited. And why am I trying to do this with my nails instead of doing it properly with the wee tongs? Because you're too excited, Kirsten, so calm down. And what, you may wonder, am I so excited about? Well, let me tell you what I'm so excited about. Where did I get to? I'm so excited because Tracie Fox of Fox Creative has got some stamps out. It's the first time she's done stamps and she's excited, which I can understand. It's the first time she's done stamps, and you know, it's her business and her business is growing and she's excited. And you might think, well, why are you so excited, Kirsten? Because I saw these stamps and I just thought, oh, look at them. It reminds me so much of my childhood. It will surprise you to learn that the stamps are entomology stamps, because anybody who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of the beasties and the buggies. Spiders I absolutely cannot stand at all, because as a child I lived in a house where we used to have big tree spiders used to come in, and I would find them, wake up in the middle of the night and there'd be these big spiders in my bed. And someday I was telling that story to somebody earlier on today actually, and they said to me, all right, now I understand why you don't like spiders. I'm like, yes, exactly. There's a reason behind me not liking spiders. But there's no spiders in this kit. Well, I'm saying that. There's no spiders in the kit, the stamp kit. I have also, which is what I was about to go and do, there is a new digital kit, and I wanted to go and print that. I've got it. I wanted to go and print it off and see if there was anything more. Now, I've done a lot of prattling and you still don't know. Did I say hello? Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today is Tracie Fox. Look what I've got. I'm so excited. I've got a very messy day. I was actually, strangely enough, as is often the case with these things, strangely enough, I was already doing a Tracie Fox project, the September challenge project, when the postie rang the doorbell and brought these. So there we go. I was already on a Tracie Fox today, and now I'm even more on a Tracie Fox. I want to get the September project out the way so that well, it's not really a project, it's a September challenge, and I've started it. So I want to get it finished. I want to get it finished, and I shouldn't have really started doing this before I'd got it finished, because what's happened is, look at the mess, because I just abandoned everything and got carried away. Right, okay, so where have we got to? That's the other project that I started recording, so there's a bit of recording for that, and then this came and took over, and I'm just wanting to, I've just been online to do a wee bit of research, and I discovered something which has made me kind of happy. The one thing I don't like about having to use this is you can't really see, but I'm doing, this whole thing is about, it doesn't matter if it's squiffy, because it's a file, it's a collector's file. There we go, that's okay, that's actually brilliant, even though it's not on there, and that says ID number. I've actually put, because the number's there, so I'm going to put the number there. So this is a pumpkin beetle, and I'll tell you for why it's a pumpkin beetle in a bit. That needs to be put back away, and usually I'm very good at I'm going to put that away. I'm going to put it away. I'll edit this bit out, because if I don't put it away now, I'll be so annoyed with myself that I haven't put it away, and then if bits get lost, I'll be even more annoyed with myself. I really shouldn't be allowed a YouTube channel. Ah dear. Right, so we've got pumpkin beetle, we need a number, and I've put them all away, haven't I? Right, let's just do this instead. Let's just have a number from here. Let's have number 40, whatever that is. So let's do 57. Right, so this will be number 57. And we'll just print that, stamp that down on there. I could go down and say I've got an exciting new stamp to show you, but not at the moment. Right, so that's number 57. And I don't mind that it's gone off the top, because that's what I was saying. That was one of the things I was saying, was that the whole thing with this is I'm kind of doing a file type idea. And it doesn't matter if the things are squiff and stuff, because it's a case of somebody's just going, right, okay, that's the thing. And so far what we've done is I've embossed the wings of these two beetles here. Oh, what I should do is I should show you, well, I'll show you what's left of the paper pack, because I cut out this page here, which I've covered. I cut out because I wanted the beetles again, and the beetles were smaller, but we'll get to that in a second. Right, so this is I'm sorry, this is the pack. This is the front piece of the pack, but I always end up cutting up and using these little bits as well. So you get 6 designs, 4 sheets of each, and they're double-sided. And this one, I just, as soon as I saw it, I thought I want to emboss those wings, so that you've got these red, you can see the red and the yellow, and this is a mixture of what's it called, candy apple and Scotch timber, and this is fossilized amber, and then the top of it, it's just clear. So you've still got the shiny there as well. I didn't want the shiny on the legs, so I've done that. This is one of the stamps, Insecta Study, and I've just stamped that on some coffee dyed paper and then mounted it on a bit of card. I tore the edges because I wanted that kind of more rough edge round about it. I had to mount this on a bit of card because doing this heat embossing audit, I forgot this paper from Creative Expressions isn't really multimedia friendly, and it's just goes all out of shape when you do things like heat embossing on it. the colour also runs when you put any wet medium on it, so you've got to be aware of that when you're doing it. So yeah, so other things I was going to do I might not now do, but I've still got stamping and still got other bits and pieces I'm wanting to do on it. So what else have I already done? I've stamped this approved stamp on because this one's file's been approved. I wish I'd done it round that way because that's it. I don't mind that sector study being there because they're there, and that just makes it all kind of there. On the back, what we've done so far is this wee file. We've got the Insecta, because you get the stamp, which is the order stamp, so the stamp of this background, and then you get all these different, should we do it the right way up for you, the order stamp, and then we get all these different categories, the class, subclass and the order. And then I also stamped this Entomology passport folder, and then on the back of this tab that was sitting up I stamped the ID number. You've just seen me do that. Pumpkin beetle, come back to that in that second. Then I made this with this little attach here, and these are the two bits I cut out of this front piece, and then there's a male and female symbols, so I stamped them down. I decided this one was the female because it was smaller than the male. This would be maybe for the larvae or something, this bottom one, and that's why I've kind of left it. Also helps you see that that's underneath there. So this is all a work in progress kind of idea. I stuck this bit. This is this stamp that tells you what the class is. I put that in a bit of coffee dyed, stuck it down there, and circled these. You know, this is all right. This is so it looked like it was correct. Used my date stamp to date stamp it today, and confirm by, and just made up a signature for it's confirmed by on that side. Still got bits and pieces I'm wanting to do. I've not touched the fields, so what is it, nature fill-ins bit yet. I see there's a specimen approved date there. This has got botanical collections as well, which says to me more kind of greenery, floral and fauna, that's the word. Type date, there's a sample, identification, private collection sticker, species, there's a classification and location, sample, destination, specimen collection, museum collection, stamp inside box, holotype, department, horticultural identification P6, so that's botanical. You see these botanical, horticulture, that says to me more field record. That's more about plants to me than entomology. So that's quite good. You've got these ones, but things like the type date approved, that can be used regardless. Specimen collection, name, description, date can be used regardless. So I really I'm just wanting to do some more playing, to tell you the truth. I'm making this up as I'm going along. I don't really know. I didn't really have a really good look myself before I started just going, oh, look at that, oh, and whoa, and then started playing. I think I'm going to put in, I love this I really like this thing here, this long one. Now see, we've got, this is a smaller entomology one, which you could still get these stamps in, which is quite good. Photographic notes, I might do a notes thing, but for the moment what I want to do is I want to go and have a look, and this is where I was going to have a look, then I suddenly thought look up and see what, what colour, a red beetle, so you can put a name on here. So I looked up red beetles, and there's lots of red beetles. Most of the red beetles actually have the red goes up on here as well. And of course I've decided that this is a beetle, the male, and this is the female, and they are the kind of same shape and everything, so that works fine. And there's lots of species of things that have different names. So I started just looking through, and they were all kind of red beetles, and I thought, cardinal beetle, that's not really going to work. And then I saw, seeing that it's this time of year and everything, a pumpkin beetle, and I just thought, well, we've got a yellow one, we've got a red one, you know, maybe that third one in there is an orange one, I don't know. But I just felt that pumpkin beetle was it's a pumpkin beetle. That's my decision I've made. This is a pumpkin beetle. So I'm now going to go and print off something from the digital kit. Again, I thought I better tidy up before I go any further. So I tidied up, and then I thought, do I need these other stamps? Shall I just put these away and just play with these ones? And then I saw holotype, and I thought, oh no, because I could put holotype in the back beside these ones. And I stamped it, and then I thought I should have put the camera on. So I put the camera on. That's all I've done, is stamp holotype and kind of do a scribble in it. And I'm just about to put the date in there. And I suddenly realised I hadn't put the camera on. So the camera's on now. This is the confirmed by signature, and it's dated today, the 18th of September. So I think the holotype probably needs to be date before this date, because this is like confirming the whole thing. So I'm going to put this on as the 16th of September, I think. And this time I'm going to do it in brown, like that thing, and I'm just going to stamp that in there. There we go. What I've done is I've printed off some of, in conjunction with this release, Tracie's also released a digital kit that's called Bugtastic, and it doesn't have these bugs on it, and it doesn't have these bugs on it because these bugs are I think it says unique. I think it's unique, is it? Unique, 6 unique designs to this paper pad. So what I've done is I've taken another sheet of this paper out of the pad, because we've got the 2 big bugs there and the 2 small ones there. We've also got this one, which is the other one from the front of the pad, with the 2, which is this inside sheet here. So we've got these 2 bugs. We've got a couple of bits of paper still left over there, but I've cut out some tags from the Bugtastic kit, because if this is a study and this is the file folder for this particular pumpkin beetle, then I can only really have pumpkin beetles in here. Can't have other kinds of beetles, can only have pumpkin beetles in here. So I'm going to make a couple of tags, maybe 3 tags, because you know I do have this allergic reaction to even numbers. These bits and these cards to make some cards with some bits and pieces on them. What I could do is there's a notes thing here, a notes stamp here somewhere. Where is it? Notes. Notes. And what I could do is I could do notes, and this could be notes on here. Oops, that way up. And I could put notes. So this bit is for notes, and then this bit here, this is one of the papers from Bugtastic, and I'm just thinking that I could actually use this as a pocket, and I'm thinking that actually I want a torn pocket. Let's tear it as if it's something that's been done on the field. It's a case of, oh right, we need a pocket to put this in. Make sure it's so. Let's just put that on there so I can stick that before that gets lost. And let's ink this up. And these labels that you might be able to see there, they came from the Bugtastic Kit as well. There's several words throughout the kit on various pages, but I haven't printed off the whole kit. I only printed off what I needed at this point to stop me then playing with that and it being a case of, there we go, that's nicely, and it being a case of getting nothing done at all. Right, let's print this notes on. I'm going to use brown on brown. Notes, and let's have something else on here as well as notes. What else shall we have in here? Filed. Let's have that filed. And its newness. And then there was another thing I wanted to put in. Oh, look at that. Oh, we'll have one of those as well. We'll have a this tag is going to have this on it. Shall we just, you know what, I'm going to take the top off this tag and make it more general cardy. I want to back this on something as well. Oh, shall I use this? I'm going to use this. Is this big enough? It is big enough. It's fabulous. This is from an old address book. And actually, before I go any further with that, I'm going to stamp this one on this bit and also put it on that brush down as well. That paper feels so beautiful and smooth. Very old paper, this. 1930 something, I think there's a date on the inside of the address book. Right, so that's that. This one needs to be, do I want to tear this one rather than cutting it? See, there's a tear down that side. Nah, I think I'm going to cut it. Oh, we could put some more of that paper on here, couldn't I? That might be quite good. This, what's this saying? Ah, this is the form. So let's stamp this on first. Stamp this first because it's not been stamped before. Another lovely clear stamp. Right. So this is form 1B 2744. And I think we now need one of the, do I want to put those two there? I think I do. So how do I want to put these two there? This is where I now think, oh, if only I'd got the other set that had the slides in, but the slides would have been too wide, so that's okay. But I think I did see something in here about specimen Did I not see this one that's something about photographs? I'll attach here. Photographic samples. Now, these aren't photographic, but is that what Form B274 is, the photographic samples? It's too big to go in there. Oh, Form thinking it could be this one, and I've had a thought for this one. This says location, date, collector. Now, location. Where are we going to put for location? Let's put, we'll come back to location, I think. Right, I'm going to start with collector. Collector I'm going to put down as the collector of this sample was one Tracie Fox, because she was the one that made this whole thing up. Date. Now, in her YouTube video, she said that she originally spoke to them in February and she was awful busy and said come back later. They came back in March, so I'm going to put a date in April. And what date in April shall I put? I'm going to put down the 21st of April. April 2024. And location, let's put location as Fox's lair. There we go. So that's who the collector is. We need to put the tape on here, and then we only want one of the bugs. Which one shall we do? Should we do the red because this got red, or should we do the yellow for contrast? We've got a little bit of yellow on there. I'm tempted to do the red because it's a bigger bug, but the yellow for contrast might be fun. I think I'm going with the yellow actually, because I think the reds, no, I think I'm going with the yellow. So let's just cut these apart to make it look more like it's I think I'm going to use the black ones, a photograph than I'm going to use a couple of photo corners on this. Let's have a look. Is that going to be okay, or is it going to be better in these two corners? I think it's better in those two corners, isn't it? Oh, well, that wasn't very smart, was it? But I can take them out and I can ink it up and then get it back in again. And this is the measurement, so let's put the measurement down. Now, I was going to do the measurement as a kind of Brad, but now I'm thinking having second thoughts about that. Maybe I'll keep that separate from this. Am I going to do it in red or am I going to do it in the brown? I'm going to do it in the red. Let's get that up. I'm going to write female pumpkin beetle. And then I'm going to be accept it. having no idea whether or not it is a female pumpkin beetle, but I've accepted. And there's an N stamp here. So let's just stamp this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stamp the date first, and we'll do it the day before, oops, 20th, 21st was, oh no, location, so it was accepted the 22nd, or should we say the 23rd, let's say the 23rd of April is when it was accepted. If it was found on the 21st of April, it was accepted on the 23rd of April. So let's stamp that down there, on there. And stamp this on here again. And that's when it came in. I'm going to put that at an angle. Right, so it came in on the 23rd of April. It's been accepted, discovered by Tracie Fox in Fox's Lair. Let's ink it up. You see, part of me wants to round the corners, but if it's a file folder like that form, it's not going to have round corners. So don't round the corners, Kirsten. Let's just ink it up. So this is going to go in this pocket. Let's restamp the things on here, which was notes. And then we need a date in there for when it was filed. What date shall we have it? It was 18th was when it was all confirmed, so it needs to be before the 18th. The 16th was when the holotype was identified. So I could put in this, or does it get filed after? It gets filed after it's confirmed, doesn't it? So I'm not going to get this finished till tomorrow, so I'm going to put this down as, in fact, I'm not going to stamp it filed until it's done. Right. So that's form B12744 filled in and put in its place. And that's about female pumpkin beetle. I'm thinking that what I'd quite like to do is because I'm leaving it this, I'm not doing it as a pocket. I'd quite like to do some kind of clip to hold that in place. Oh, maybe I could use this for that. Now the trouble is now though, you see that that's on where I'd ideally like to put that to, or I could do that doubled over. Oh, I could turn that into a hidden paper clip doubled over. No, let's use something else. We could use Bugology. If we use one of these, I've got some bits and pieces here. I like that 9, but if we did it that way up, it'd be a 6. This is a 9 from the back corner there, but if we did it that way up, it'd be a 6, and I quite like that idea. Let's cut that straight. What are we going to do on here? I've put it all away, and I wish I hadn't now, because I could stamp beetle on there, but I'm not going to. What shall we stamp on here? Protected specimen isn't going to fit, is it? It would fit that way. Oh, I could put the holotype down there, couldn't I? Quite like that idea, because I've got the holotype round the back, identified as a holotype. So let's put it on there as if 6 refers to the fact that it's a holotype. So that's a holotype. Where's this is paper that was on the back of something sticky, and I like using this in my hidden paper clips because it gives a bit of a smooth surface for things for the clip to go on. Make it slightly narrower than what I'm doing and slightly shorter. That's it. Lovely. So I want that, the shiny side, the smooth shiny side on the inside. Get a tiny little paper clip. Come on. I'm just thinking here, because of these flowers, oh, you can still see them a wee bit. I'm thinking that these flowers, then it could be a case of these flowers are flowers that the insect, the beetle, likes. So I'm now thinking that I want to do a card oops. I want to do a card that's kind of, maybe use this next big one. That is the beetle's habitat, so maybe I'd be better cutting out this bit from these flowers from down here. There's some flowers up the top there as well. Right. Thinking ahead again. I wonder actually if any of the tags have got that flower on. I'm going to have a look at that in a wee second. And I'll finish this tomorrow. And then I can get back and finish the September challenge tomorrow that I interrupted myself on because the postie came with this lusciousness. Let's just put this on here. Look at that. Loving it so far. I was doing some fiddling about then, which I was just going to be prepping stuff before putting the camera on, and in the prepping I got carried away and I've done a couple of things. So let me show you what I've done. This is another of the tags from the Bugtastic kit, and I've cut it off like I did with this one, so, to make it into a card, and I've put the other beetle on. This time I put it at a bit of a, I was put it on straight and I went, oh no, let's just put it on at a squint. So it's on at a full-blown squint this time. If you remember last time I contemplated putting on a squint, but it was too late, it was already stuck down. This time I just went for the squint. So what I'm going to do is, and I've backed this one, and I've put the notes on it and the mail sign on this one. And what I'm going to do now is, they'll all be in slightly different places. And this is, for example, can't be down the bottom because that's too far down the bottom. But I'm going to put all the information that needs to be on this. I might do it slightly different, I might not, don't know. Then this card, I decided rather than using, if you remember, I was going to use, the third card I was going to use was going to be a little one like this. I decided that rather than using the little one, I'm going to use the big one. And the third one is going to be a botanical card for the plant the bugs were found on. Let's get this stamped. We need the identification stamp. But that was just because that's lines there that isn't on this one. So let's just draw some light lines first then. So that's that one. I've got all the elements on that one as well, haven't I? Yep. Right. And we now want to think about how we're going to do this one. And I got this just to cut this out just to decorate this, but I'm now thinking actually rather than decorating it, and then because I was going to put that down there, decorate it, then put that there as the sample. But actually now I'm thinking if I've got the sample, I don't need the decoration as well. Let's cut this out. Oh, that wasn't very straight. Let's have a look at see what I want to put on stamp wise. That's maybe helped me decide. So I want to put on Botanical Collection. So, first thing I'm going to do, however, is trim off this top because and I need to decide whether I'm going to do that or that, and that was because I was getting my stamps out and then I had an idea. So this would be Botanical Collection. We need, it's not form 274 this time because 274 was something else. It can be an example though. We can put that down actually, and that can be stamped over there as the example. We need to put location, date, collector in again. So maybe we lift this up. This goes down the bottom again. This goes here. Oh, and I've just had a thought about that as well. That goes there. That's stamped over there, that's stamped over there. We need the in again, so that we know when it came in. Do we want the in there? Do we want this at the top? Oh, that might be an idea. Put that at the top and put this down the bottom. And we'll stamp the notes on the back again. This time we don't need a wee male or female symbol. Let's just make sure I've got this the right way up. I have. Wish I had a tiny leaf. Maybe I'll just draw a tiny leaf to illustrate in a circle. Need a tiny leaf in a circle. Okay, ready to make a mess of this. Let's draw a circle. Well, that's not bad. Thickening up's made it worse, but never mind. And let's just draw a tiny leaf. Okay, let's ink this up. that down and example, stamp the date, and it came in the same day as the insects. So in Botanical Collection Catalogue Identification, I'm going to write location, flora of pumpkin beetle. Beetles, because we've got two of them. There we go. And then we want to accept that. And I know that isn't an identification of the plant, but that's not the point of this. It's not to identify the plant in my little brain. That's not what this card is about. This card is still about the beetle. And actually, maybe what I will do is stick these little beetles down here. Doesn't need the measure. So stop trying to put that measuring on. Is that one done then? Right, let's have a look. And what we've got here is I made this wee hidden paper, I've moved it here to hold this wee flap shut. I feel like it needs something else. I need another image on the back here. Maybe I'll put this flower. Yep, I like that. I want another stamp on this bit here. I just feel this bit here needs another something here. So what might we use? I think what I might do is, let's take out private collection. That's not big enough. Oh, we could use a bit of this if that's big enough. It is. Yeah, I don't think I want an eyelet on here. I think I just want an eyelet on here. And I am tempted to try one of these big ones that... Or do we just put a little one in? I think we just put a little one in, don't we? Because we don't really want to put a big one in. So let's not put a big one. I think it would just be crowded in too much. As much as I'd like to put a big one in. A big one would have to go down here. And then it just... Right. I also dug out this little tag earlier on because I thought I might use it. What number we put a number on it on that 57. So let's put 57 on here as well because let's ink these up. Okay. Now I need to decide how I'm going to do this. Am I just going to do it with a bit of string? Oh, I need to fill this in first as well, don't I? So, specimen. Pumpkin beetle. Oh, type. Let's do type male, female, flora, notes, TF, one. Right, I think I've got a bit of this here. We'll just use this. Oh, I could use one of these tokens. There we go. Let's use this noted token. So we stick that on there. I'm just thinking, what do we want to do? Do we want to do any? Do we want to make it any shorter, any longer? Do we want to stamp? Let's stamp something on here. We could just stamp the specimen bit. Oh. Right. Good. I wouldn't normally do a tag this way, but hey, we'll see. I'm quite liking that actually. Oh, I'm liking that. I really like that. I might do that idea again. Just see, we've got this, can see a little bit of that card, so let me just there we go. And I think right, I'm going to tie the finished item. I love it. I had so much fun doing this, so much fun. All these wee stamps and to make labels and make things to stick in. It's just right up my street. This bit here was from one of the tags that I changed to journal cards, and I just used this to hide that rough bit there so it doesn't damage these papers. Love making this wee tag, very different way to do it. I suppose you could put that through there and make it a bit more conventional, but I like doing that different way. These stencils, emboss this on here. Here's another of the stamps. All this stamping on the back, fabulous stamps. Made up a wee signature for here. Took the pumpkin beetle name and applied it to these beetles. Gave it the number 57. Here's some identification of the holotype, meaning that it's a one-off kind of. They've identified it. And we've got this wee paper clip here because this is a holotype 6. There's a wee card in there. This could do with some stamping along here. I can't make up my mind whether I'm going to buy the other stamp to go on and use it here. It's very similar to a lot of the things I already have, so I think I might not. So I need to do a wee bit stamping on there, which I'll do when I end up using this. This will end up going into a journal and ended up being using, because there's bags of space for more, journal cards, notes, whatever you want to say. We've got our botanical, we've got our female beetle, we've got our male beetle, all discovered by Tracie Fox in Fox's Lair. And aren't we glad she found them? I certainly am, because what fun I've had. There's bits of the paper pad, which is the beetles. There's bits, this blue bit of notepad is from the Bugtastic Kit. This Entomology is from the front page of the paper kit. I just cut that out because I wanted to use it, as these are from the front page of the paper kit as well. So I've used a bit of all kinds of things from all kinds of places, and I've had a ball, an absolute ball. I can't wait to get other things cleared away so I can have another play with it. It's just, I'm so excited. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I know Tracie won't be watching this, but I just think it's fabulous, Tracie. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. I hope there was something here that excited you. Even a percent of how excited I've got with this stamp kit. If not, I'm sorry, but I love it and other people love it as well. So we can't all like the same thing. Thank you for watching. If you've stayed to the end, I'm really grateful for you watching. I will see you shortly. Well, shortly is maybe not quite right, but I'll see you soon for another something. Until then, you take care and keep crafting. Bye.